so sorry, dear. Hello, welcome. Now, from what I can tell, you must be my assistant that I requested. Yes. Oh, that's fantastic. And your name was... Yes, okay. Pleasure to meet you, for sure. Well, welcome to my little humble abode. As you can see here, I've got my whole little typewriter set up. You just caught me in the middle of work. I'm in the middle of kind of finalizing a little bit of details for the book. Yeah, for sure. Well, in short, it's related to the ocean and the seaside, which, as you can tell from our lovely patio location here, that we've got an amazing view. Oh, I'm glad that you like it, dear. So glad. Well, yeah. So, basically at the moment, I've got a lot of my concepts down. I've written different sections of the novel, different parts that I had envisioned in my head pretty early on, but the deadline is fast approaching, as you've probably heard. Yeah, your agent filled you in. Yes, that's good. Okay. Yeah, so it's about 7-8 months, yeah. And I've not done that much, if I'm being honest. I've got the vision of the novel, but I need a little bit of assistance in the writing, a bit more of the planning process, things like that. I find I can write quite a bit once I get to the main crux of the writing, but during the whole planning process, I can kind of get lost, as my agent would say, in spending too much time on the planning, the names, things like that. Yeah, and so that's why you're here, to help me out. So, again, thank you so much, dear. I really appreciate it. So, feel free to take a seat behind you. Yeah, that's a lovely outdoor chair. Very comfortable. Yeah, I'm just going to be here working away. I like to keep my typewriter at a weirdly high level, but don't mind that. It's part of the whole weird writing style that I have. Yeah. Us writers always have these little weird nitpicky things. Yeah, exactly, yeah. So a lot of my fellow authors now have moved on to the computer, or moved on to note-taking on paper and then to typing up everything because it's faster. But I have never been able to give up my sweet Commodore. I also find that, not even trying to be bougie about it, I find that it's very cathartic. It's very relaxing, especially out here by the beachfront. Yeah, and I find compared to a computer, it's not distracting. You can't look up and reply to emails, get lost on all the apps, things like that. So, until this one dies on me, I'm sticking with this little guy here. For sure. So, are you comfortable enough there, dear? Cozy? Do you need a cold drink or anything? Okay. Oh, I see. Yes, you brought a bag of snacks. Oh, you're so smart. But feel free to go back through the double doors there, and if you take a right down the hall and a left, that'll be where there's a little kitchen, so you can just grab whatever you want to eat, okay? Yeah, I know. Well, you're coming in here doing me a great service, so it is greatly appreciated. So, what I was thinking we would start with first is I would give you a quick little rundown from my notebook here about what our initial, not thesis, the initial premise of the story is kind of where I am at the moment, and then I can give you all my notes that are in this little book here to get you started on the process. And I thought how I at least like to work with agents I've had and assistants, that I've had in the past is that I like to type up my notes as I talk through everything with them. Okay, that's great. Okay, so let's start here with my notes. Sorry, getting lost in everything here. Maybe further to the back. Here it is. Okay, we're ready. Fantastic. If you ever have any questions during the process, please let me know. Okay. Yes. For sure. So, basically the premise that I have is it's going to be a fictional novel about the afterlife, and essentially there's this sailor who, it's not blatantly says that you wake up in the afterlife, but he does, and he wakes up, and in his living life he was a sailor, and so in this life he kind of evolves back into that old way of life, but essentially he's going through on a small sailboat all by himself, traveling from island to island to island, and there's all these little small places where once he lands on the first one, searching for food and water, he discovers that these islands are no ordinary islands. And while he can't figure out that he's in the afterlife, he realizes that each island is essentially a little time capsule of a part of his life that he either regrets the choices that he made or the things he said, or there's other islands that are just key moments in his life, whether very sad and tragic or very happy and joyous, are key moments that changed his life forever. Yeah, so that's where you come in. My thought is that it's never fully said that he is deceased, that he's in the afterlife just traveling metaphorically from island to island. My thought is I like the idea that it's ambiguous to the reader, that they never really know if he's actually passed or if he's dreaming all this or if this is some kind of little fantasy world. It's never fully stated. You agree? Okay, that's great. Yeah, for sure. So then I'll make sure that is the direction that we go in. Yeah. I find not everyone enjoys the ambiguous endings, but for myself, I quite appreciate them. I find they're more intriguing, thought-provoking, things like that, for sure. Okay. Yeah, and so it's going to be a shorter novel. It's going to be almost like a novelette. I think it's going to be about 220 pages or so, because I think it's a great story to tell, but it doesn't need to stick around for too long. It's something that doesn't need to have 400 or 500 pages. Would that be a range you would think? Yeah, even a little bit less, like 190 or so, 185. Yeah, no, that's very understandable. just going to take a couple notes here in the book before I hand this over to you. Okay. Yes. For sure. Okay. Yeah. So then we can figure out. Yeah. I'm thinking for the ending that it will be not a big conclusionary ending, not trying to say a massive thing about life or the world, just something to end in this happiness in a way that he maybe ambiguously, you don't know if he's traveling the rest of the afterlife, like island to island, like revisiting these things, but that he eventually finds a little bit of peace and contentment in that. Yeah, so it's a very simple, not unexciting adventure, but it's supposed to be a story rather than, I guess, an adventure story, romance, things like that. For sure. So we'll get started then. I'll just give you that. Thank you. And pen. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's just like a little, kind of like an inkwell pen, but it's a little more modern one. So it's got the ink in it. You don't have to dip it. Be so fancy with it for sure. Yeah. Okay. Is there any other materials that you require before we get started? Okay. Yes, I can grab you some extra paper. Does 4 suffice? For sure. Oh, sir, a sketch artist. Oh, that's amazing. So you're going to sketch along things. Oh, that's fantastic. I love that. Well, my agent really picked a good one this time. Well, I thank you so much. There's some pages there for you as well. Good. Okay, so are we ready to get started with the typing here? Fantastic. Sounds good. Okay. All right. So, would you like to take the lead and I'll just start typing? Or would you like me to talk through anything else? No. Okay. That is great. Okay. Yeah. So I would love you to just give me any brief ideas that you have, things like that. I'm not going to go and write big paragraphs today. Again, you're here to help me with general outlines and things like that. Yeah, to get my button gear a little bit faster. For sure. Alright, so you tell me and we'll get started. Just going to fix my paper here and see it's situated. Okay. And I've got enough paper here, not to worry. I think I'm all prepared. Okay? Okay. So. Okay. So, the middle of the story, even if it's short, is what you're concerned about. Yeah, okay. 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 Yeah, I like the idea of that. I think that gives the middle of the story a little bit more structure, a little bit more of even a twist. The story doesn't need to have a twist, but a bit more of an intrigue in the middle, so there's no lull in the concept. I see. Okay. Yeah. Well, how about it is a pufferfish instead. A bit more of a common fish. Okay, a common creature. So a dolphin would be too basic, but we want something not as strange, I guess, quote unquote, as a pufferfish. That's what you're saying. Okay. Do you have any ideas then? Yeah. I would say not a crab, just because often the crab or the lobster is associated with some other famous characters. Yeah, so I want to make it a little bit more ambiguous. Stingray. I like the sound of that. For sure. Okay. Okay. But not there the entire story. In the middle more so. To change character's direction. Is what you're saying. For sure. For sure. I like the sound of that. Only kind of within that range of pages, for sure. Yeah, no worries. Oh, slow down if you need to. Not to worry, I know I'm a bit of a fast typer. Yeah, you can take your time a bit more, for sure. Yeah, so I really like the sound of that. I think that really changes around the dynamic and kind of fills in, like I was saying, that middle a bit more. Okay. Yeah, okay. And so then the ending is the last part we want to work on, right? Yeah, as you can see in the notes there, I've got like the beginning pretty down pat. Yeah, I tend to be that frustrating writer. At least when it comes to agents and things that kind of writes in order. I come up with a general concept and a little bit of an outline, but I kind of start at the beginning where I feel the most inspired and then move through the rest of the story and kind of let it unfold to me as it goes along. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain, I know. I'm well aware, unfortunately. Well, so yeah, as you can see there, yeah, the beginning's done, so the end would be what we're looking to outline a bit more. Yeah, for sure. Let me just get a new paper. Save those notes down there. One. Yeah, okay. So, when would that start to begin in the story? It's already there. Okay. Alright, yes, I'm ready. Okay. Yeah, no, I do like the sound of that. I'm just thinking here, don't mind me. Okay. is similar to what I was thinking. I want it to be not so sad at the end, though. Like, I'm not looking to make people sad, yeah, I'm looking for a bit more of that happier ending, a bit more of an ending that it doesn't have to be joyfully happy, but just like a melancholic happy, a nostalgic happy, if you will. Oh, okay. Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, I really like the sound of that. Okay, so it would be like he be reminiscing on, yes, and them as well. Okay, yeah, yes, this is it. Yes, that's exactly what it touches on, that nostalgia, melancholic happiness type of concoction I'm looking for the end. Okay, yes, so let me get a little bit of this and then we'll continue. That he forgot to, say goodbye to, but then he was happy at that point to go. Yeah. Okay. Checking that's all good with my typewriter. I'm still listening though, yes. Continue. Yeah, so it ends with him on that beach, sitting by the boat, the sun setting. And so you don't know if in that moment he's done visiting all the islands or if it's just an ending of he's reminisced on all these different points in his life, and whether they were good or bad, he was glad to have these moments. Yes. Oh, that's lovely. Look at how smart you are. Yes, really and truly. No, of course, yeah. You're going to be definitely accredited as an assistant on this. Yeah, for sure. Maybe even co-writer. We'll see. But yes, okay. Oh, I got all these ideas swirling in my head. Yeah, go get a drink for a moment. I'm gonna finish typing up the last of these notes, okay? Great, thank you. Okay. So I think I've gotten everything that we said all noted down here. Yeah, did you want to take a look at it for a moment? For sure. What drink did you get, by the way? Oh, that looks lovely. Here we go. How's that? Yes. As you can see down in the middle there, it's kind of like this. What did you call it? Yeah, so I put a little bit of my own flair into the ending there, but combined with what we said, what do you think? That's amazing. I'm so glad you like it. Well, I'm going to keep all my notes here. Yeah. Well, I am so grateful for you. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, I thank you so much for coming by and helping me with my story. Yeah. Oh, anytime. I know it's a lovely place to create. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple weeks to get a bit more into my outline. Or apologies, take a couple more weeks to get a bit more into the actual writing, and then I'll call you back in and we can do another session where you can both read over the beginning of the first draft, the manuscript thing, but then I can have you go through, help me make any changes or things that you need or that I see fit, especially with how the story is unfolding for me. And then we can work through on tweaking any bits of the outline. For sure. Okay. You're free to sit there and take your time, enjoy your drink, work on anything you need to work on for as long as you like. Okay? Yes, what is mine is yours. At least for the afternoon. For sure. I'm going to keep whittling away here, and I will see you out whenever you're ready to go. Okay? That's great. Well, thank you again, and I will talk to you soon, okay?